How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Box to Box. The last international break for the season is done. Celebration time. It's the business end of the season and we are back Monday night under the lights against Crystal Palace. I've got D with me from Back of the Nest YouTube channel. What are you saying, D?
I'm good, bro. I'm excited. You know, we've got a final stretch to the season. Of course, we've got Wembley to go to. But before this, let's get our warm-ups done.
Yeah, I forgot about that little Wembley trip you have going for you. Obviously, well done on that.
Yeah, look, we're gonna touch about Vieira, I'm pretty sure. But last time we went Wembley was back in 2016. Right now, the buzz around the club, with the players, with the management, with what we're trying to achieve, it's probably been the most high since we got promoted, because we're genuinely trying to go and achieve something rather than stay up in the league. So overall, look, I'm excited about this game because facing Arsenal on Monday night, of course, my boys going back and forward, they're going to be looking forward to the game as well. There's a feeling there, but in general, I think it should be like on a football basis. I think it should be a very good game, like very good, because the last time we faced you lot, you know, remember a couple guys running down the pitch celebrating like they won the World Cup after a draw.
Listen, they know my thoughts on celebrating last-minute equalisers, but at the end of the day, the top four battle is so tight at the moment. If we win it by a point at the end of the season, I guess Lacazette will turn to me and say, "Hey, that's why I celebrated the way I did."
Yeah, I guess so. But you know, it shows the progress that we've done. If you have like a club like Arsenal and you go away to them at the first game when we face you lot, and you're celebrating like that after a draw, then it just shows where Palace are going towards. You know, we were upset with that. We were upset. I remember leaving that ground. I was like, how on earth didn't we win? But before, I'll take a point at Arsenal. But now it shows the mentality of the club has changed fully with Patrick Vieira.
Vieira, let's go on to him now. You mentioned him a couple of times. Is the success so far this season? And I say success because it's a new style of play. All right, you're mid-table. I think you're 12th, 13th in the league at the moment. So it hasn't been as consistent as you would have liked. But when you're going from a Roy Hodgson manager to a Patrick Vieira, a very, modern-day manager, a lot of signings in the summer, there's always going to be that bedding-in period. But you're in a semi-final. You're happy with the performance so far this season. I don't think you could have expected too much with Vieira coming in his first year. But is this down to the Vieira impact, the fact you're in a semi-final, the fact you're excited to be playing Arsenal, the fact that you was upset that you didn't leave with 3 points?
100%, because one thing is simple. It's nothing complicated. We've got a winner. We've got a win as a manager. You can see it. We can talk about the lack of Zaha every single summer. Zaha wants to leave to go Tottenham. Zaha wants to leave to go Borussia Dortmund. What about now? No one's really talking about Zaha leaving. There's talks about Elise. There's talks about other players because we've genuinely got quality there. But to bring in that quality, we've needed Vieira because, like of Elise, we were linked with him for a good year or two. It didn't happen under Roy Hodgson. As soon as Patrick Vieira comes in, it takes a month or two to bring him in. It shows the impact that he has. This season so far, even if we're 1-0 down or 2-0 down at halftime against you guys, the game's not done because there's the Vieira effect. He doesn't quit. He makes sure the players got that winning mentality, and it's passed down to the fans. It's passed down to the whole of the club. And that's why it's had a bigger impact than just tactics and just players on the pitch. Is the impact on the whole club. Right now, we're in the process of not staying up, but we can beat anybody on our day. I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I genuinely believe that we can beat anybody on our day. And before that wasn't the case, but now it is. Under this manager, you never know. On our day, if we do turn up, which lately we have been doing, then we could always get a result. And it goes down to Patrick Vieira. Of course, you guys know from Arsenal days what he done with you lot. Legend. But now he's bringing that impact as a player, as a manager to Palace. And I've liked it because he's been the underdog. He was the first manager. I remember people saying, Vieira joined Palace. They're going to be relegated. He's going to be the first manager to get sacked. Now we're in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. And we're also fighting for top 10 in his first season. That's not easy when you're not world-class football club spending £200 million on players. We spent a few, but he's still done a very good job.
And you've thrown a spanner in the works in the title race as well, obviously with the point you've taken off Man City.
Yeah, Man City haven't scored a goal against us all season. At home and away. All right, of course you need a bit of luck. I 100% understand it. You need a bit of luck. And we have had the luck against Man City, but it just shows the whole mentality around the club. That, even if it's Man City, if it's Arsenal, if it's Burnley, we are going to go out there to try and beat you. We might not beat you, but that's our mentality, and that's how we're going to approach this game on Monday night.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned your defence, and Gray is a big part of that. You mentioned Elise. Eze is another good young player you have. You brought in Edouard in the summer. Where is it you're looking at Vieira to take you in regarding Crystal Palace? Are you looking long-term to maybe fight for a top 6 position? Is that, is that dreaming too far ahead?
The mad thing is, if I say that now, it's going to get clipped. And next season when we get relegated, it's going to be like, look at you fighting for top 6.
You know the game.
Exactly, I know the game. But look, in all honesty, from what I've seen this season, and if you use this season as a foundation, I feel like we can take it to the next level. I feel like we want to be a solid top 10 team. It's not going to be easy because look, we're outside the ground right now and you're looking at the stadium. It's not the biggest stadium in the world. We're a local community club and we're trying to bring in investors.
I love that though.
Exactly. But there's limits to that because
yeah.
as a club that only holds around 26,000 people, you can't go and you don't bring in the revenues of the likes of Arsenal and stuff. So I think what we're trying to do right now, become a top 10 club, I think in the future, be a solid top 10 club and also invest in an academy, which we've already done. And from them onwards, bring up these academy players, sell them off higher prices, just like Elise was an academy, but look at Elise, it was a good deal.
Yeah.
Bring these players, and then from there onwards, just kick on. I feel like we can be a top 10 club and hopefully one day win a trophy, because that is all that matters. If we win a trophy, honestly, Vieira is automatically a legend already, even if it's this season or next season. That's what we want to do, but it's not going to be easy, of course.
Yeah, that's why we're in this game, to win trophies. When Vieira first came in, looking at Arteta's position and the pressure he was under, there was a lot of talk about, let's see how Vieira does and could he be a potential future manager. But I think as the season's gone on, I think you can give Vieira credit for what he's done at Palace and you can give Arteta credit for what he's done at Arsenal. And it's not so much a comparison anymore. It's two young, new managers seemingly doing well. On Arteta, outside looking in, what's your opinions? Because he had an awful lot of pressure at the start of the season. You go into a season, 3 losses, no goals scored and then an international break. It looks like it's all hands on deck this season. But as I'm speaking to you now, we are 4th. We are in the ascendancy, a lot of people's favourites. A lot of that credit, goes down to Arteta and I guess the summer recruitment and the players themselves. Give me your thoughts on Mikel.
I'm not going to stand here and lie that I was a massive Arteta fan. I'm not going to say that I always believed in him. I didn't because I didn't know if he was ready to make a step up for a club like Arsenal, who, in my eyes, in all honesty, jokes aside, you guys should be aiming to win league titles. That should be the aim of Arsenal Football Club. And right now, of course, it's different. You're fighting for top 4. But he's come in and he's changed the mentality around the club. And I respect him for that, because when he first came in, as you mentioned, hardly scoring any goals. Even when we faced you in the first game of the season at your ground, Arsenal, they were doing all right, but they were struggling. And at that point, it was a big point for you guys. But now, what he's done, for example, to the likes of maybe Aubameyang, I don't know all the details, but it seems like he won't take, it doesn't matter if you're Aubameyang, if you're Lacazette, if you're Emil Smith-Rowe. He makes sure there's a policy in place and that everyone needs to follow, and I respect him for that.
He's made some big decisions.
And that's not easy. So I respect him for that. But going forward, realistically and honestly, I feel like he's done a fantastic job so far this season, considering that no one really expected Arsenal to fight for top 4 based on how they started. But going forward, I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like it's going to be an Ole Man United type of situation. It's going to bring you to a certain level from what I'm seeing so far. But to go and win the title, of course, you need investments. He needs backing as well. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. That's why I don't want to push too far ahead. But for now, as a neutral, you lot should be happy. You're going back to where you was before. And you've gone through journey since Wenger left. But overall, I think he's done a solid job so far this season. Finished top 4, but I don't know if he'll bring you to the next level. Yeah,
it's difficult to say, the heights he could potentially hit, because he's a very new and experienced manager learning on the job. So we
didn't expect him to do this right now. I didn't, anyways. I don't know about you. We talked about you didn't. Yeah, you didn't really expect maybe top 6. I
didn't.
And now we're talking about top 4. So he's proven us wrong now, but is he going to prove us wrong to go to the next level? That's a question that it'll be wrong for me to answer, because I haven't seen him at that next stage. But of course, you followed Pep. You never know.
Yeah, because we mentioned Oba, we mentioned Ozil as well. And Arsenal right now, it's like we cleared the deck of a lot of maybe toxic characters or maybe characters that bring the dressing room mentality down a bit. This summer's vital, because if we get top 4, and whether we get top 4 or not, it's about now adding in maybe those big contracts, those big egos, because that's, I think, the next step when you're in multiple competitions next season and you're looking to step up from just finishing top 4. A challenge or being comfortably in top 4 this time next season is, I guess, the goal.
Yeah, but another thing is with Arsenal, how I see it from a neutral perspective is that you got a young squad. For Arteta right now, of course, there's the pressures because you're manager of Arsenal Football Club, but the pressures ain't there as much as it will be if you spend, I don't know, £200 million and you brought in world-class players. So having a young squad, as he's a young manager as well, I feel like I feel like it'll be slightly different to go and push on to the next level. The next level is something that we haven't seen with Arsenal for a very long time, because even under Wenger, I remember it was more about Wenger needs to go because top four ain't good enough. So I don't know if he'll be able to. So far with Aubameyang, when you look at it, he seemed like he handled that situation well, because the players have reacted well on the pitch. They seem like there's a feel-good factor. But then when you have multiple Aubameyangs, can you be able to handle that? Because having one is easy, but having 2 or 3 characters or 4 or 5 characters in the changing room, the world-class players that you guys would need, well, you know, Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe and all these players will develop, of course, but you still need other quality players around the pitch. Would he be able to handle that?
Yeah, I guess that's the next step now. The next step is a learning curve for Mikel. He needs to learn how to, you know, manage big egos, big contracts.
Even Vieira though, because Vieira is still a young manager in the game as well. I know people are going to talk about what happened in New York and what happened in Nice, but realistically, I didn't watch this team in New York.
It's hard to judge it based off of that.
Yeah, but I didn't watch the teams in New York. I didn't watch the teams in Nice. And majority of the people that spoke about them, they didn't also. They just looked online and they said what happened. But when you look at what he's done so far, he's still a young manager. He's still got a young squad. But with these type of managers, I don't know about you guys, I think it's a bit different. With Palace, we're trying to progress to the next level. We will take time with Vieira for him to grow as manager.
Yeah.
With Arsenal, you're a winning club. You need to win suddenly. So I wonder how long it's going to take for fans to say, all right, top 4 this season, top 4 next season, top 4 other season, but then we're stuck in the same predicament. So it's different with Palace and Arsenal, of course. So if he keeps getting top 4, then that's great. But surely there'll be a time where you're expected to win sooner rather than later. With Palace, he ain't like that. So Vieira's got that plus on him.
Different pressure levels. And let's talk about the game, D. I want to ask you about the key battle. Where do you see this game won and lost?
I think Mitchell made his England debut, left back slot. I think that'll be a good battle with Saka.
100%,
And I feel like in the first game, when you look at the first game, we didn't have Zaha. In this game, potentially we don't have Zaha and Elisa. I think that'll be a massive advantage to you guys if they don't play. Which personally, I don't want them to play in this game because we got a bigger game coming up. We got a bigger game coming up. So I feel like Tyrick Mitchell and Saka would be a good battle. I feel like in midfield, you like Conor Gallagher. He's been scoring goals, going and defending as well. Diego Chiata has been solid for us as well. So mainly left back, but midfield it'll be a good battle as well. I feel like because Partey's been on form as well, and then when you look at our midfielders, I feel like it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think Saka, Mitchell, that's definitely a key battle. I think Partey and Gallagher, that'll be a good one in the middle there. Gray, obviously, you know, in defence. Let's see how Lacazette does against him. He had a little friendly during the international break where he banged in a hat trick against Brentford's B team. So maybe his confidence is back up and he continues.
I'll be real. Spoiler alert. He ain't gonna do nothing about Gay.
Spoiler alert. Man said spoiler alert.
He ain't gonna do nothing about because Gay. Not many people go past him. If he does, then of course you
talked about getting clipped earlier. Now you might be clipped because of that one. So let's see.
No, but it's not. But with Mark Gay,
confidence.
It's a. Bro, I'm not talking because he's just a good centre back. You saw what he's done for England already. He's a captain of Crystal Palace. He's only 21 years old. He's the youngest. I don't think any other player in the Premier League that's born in the 2000s have been captain. So he has massive confidence, and not many people get the best out of him. I think that's another good battle. In honesty, if we talk about Mitchell, I think Gahey could be a good battle as well.
Yeah, because Lacazette does well in dragging defenders to make the space for the Martinellis or Smith-Rowe or Saka. So it'd be interesting to see how Gray, handles
he's quite physical as well. So it should be good. It should be good.
Let's end with a prediction, D. Stick your neck on the line. What are you saying?
It's a Monday night at Selhurst.
And you've got one eye on the semi-final and whatnot.
But we got no pressure going into this game. I guess you guys have got more pressure with the top 4 race. You know what? Let's do 1-0 Palace. Let's do 1-0. Why not? Look, I can't not support my team. We're at Selhurst Park. Monday night, Man City came here on a Monday night as well. They struggled to score goals. I feel like we got solid defence, and we're gonna be up for this game. We're getting ready for the big party, and it's gonna be the warm up. So I'm going for 1-0 Palace. It's not gonna be easy. You lot are in form, and I watched the game against Villa most recently, and you can see like collectively you guys can defend well. But I think it'll be a tight game, and you have to back your club. So I have to go 1-0 Palace.
You know what? I'm looking at that Man United Leicester game. I'm looking at the Tottenham Newcastle game. They played before us, and I'm looking at those games to kind of predict how I'm feeling for that Monday game. I think if Tottenham drop points, we'll be raring to go on Monday.
But then
But if Tottenham and United both win, I think there'll be a bit of nerves there. We're a young side at the end of the day. We're a young side going up against a Palace side that just nicked a point, not nicked, but took a point off Man City. I predicted 1-1 the other day. It's kind of sitting on the fence.
Back your boys, man.
But Zaha and Elise potentially be in doubt. I'm going to swing it to 2-1 Arsenal. I'm going to swing it to 2-1 Arsenal. I think we can get the job done. You've got one eye on the FA Cup semi-final. Couple big injuries there. Let's go 2-1 Arsenal. Let's go for the win.
Yeah, you have to back your boys. But look, as I said, on our day, that's the reason why I'm backing it. On our day, we can beat anyone. And I think it'll be a tightly contested game. But let's see in it. Let the best team win.
Yeah. And people, let us know in the comment section below your predictions, lineups, key battles, all of that. Before we go, D, let them know where they can find you.
So yeah, you can find us on Back of the Nest on YouTube and all the social media platforms. And yeah, before you clip all this stuff, I'm just saying, like, Mark Gay's on form. So let's just see what Lacazette can do.
Big clips there coming. Love for that, D. Appreciate that, my guy. Thank you very much. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Love for the love as always. Hit the like button on your way out. Peace.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.